been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Louisville Cardinals. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis and David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. Louisville's offense comes onto the field first today. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack.
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense moving forward now. The defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Back to pass on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Stanford's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Grabbed in the middle. It's Larson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Works the middle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence and familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Cardinals are marching down the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Using his legs, it's Smalls. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Got his man out of the backfield. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
He's got the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 3rd and goal where you separate the wheat from the chaff.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal to go.
Touchdown, Louisville! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They haven't exactly quickly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Going right to work up top. Sets up the screen. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Stanford! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Through his hands and incomplete. He makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Going to the ground. Got a little space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on a defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Running into the open space. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Cardinal! Once he got some room, it was over. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Gonna run it. It's Smalls. Finding an escape route. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21 to 14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Stanford wants to push the pace.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Larson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. He makes a catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Got it in the middle. It's Kane. Headed to the end zone. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now moved it out and putting a drive together. Trying to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He wants it all. Touchdown, Stanford! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UMass. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the pressure. Working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smalls. There he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He breaks a tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the Sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Going to try to get it himself. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Catch in the middle. It's Larson. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Got it behind the line. It's Kane. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. quarterback making adjustments. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Finds a little space. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get it All-American. Just put up a day.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Caught over the middle. It's Larson. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Off play action. Grab near the marker is Larson. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I I know that. Now how do I counter-punch and attack this defense?
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve it.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. They'll test the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up for the completion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly to the tight end. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth down. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Works his way ahead for three. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Larson. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's in open space downfield.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on third and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Rattles it back. Finds him out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's out of bounds and short, just short of the line to gain, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw an open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the 1st down.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas.
And the returner goes down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the big fella. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Turning it on. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You've got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning him here to save some clock.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pulled down for the tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the 4th quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's on target and complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on first down from the 28. Right back to the well. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both